chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. 11 coming.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Again, it's Mixon. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This defense for the Steelers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us to their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Pass incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Ready.
And they'll begin by running the option. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Mon now off of play action. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they run with Harris off the option. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Kellen Mond, his first touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion. formation on second down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. Runs over. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. A little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
The Steelers sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mond's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 40. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Off the play fake, Mond. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They go play action here. Mond. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Burrow on play action. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mond. Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now Mond. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mond out of the shotgun. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mond looks to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An option handoff given to Harris. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Mond firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Mond going to throw it. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow going for the deep ball. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Mond looks to throw on first down. Out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An option handoff given to Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Boswell's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's got a man, complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. T.J. Watt buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. Where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air, Mond. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
But sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
The tackle by Caleb Barnes.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Harris. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And this time he is in. Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. And put an extra point up and through. They will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need to score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nixon will try the right side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Throwing, Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man, because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on fourth down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
A desperation heave for the end zone. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. The head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's to Freiermuth, and he'll get a fair amount of yardage back, but now it's 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And controlling the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to...
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Off the play fake, Mon. Quick slant, finding Claypool.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. And they run with Harris off the option.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
110 yards on the ground for him so far.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mond now off of play action. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit.